LTC, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, when the price was here, we mentioned we're looking for buy the breakout of this trend line. This is what we have. But when the price was here, we see very correctly. We mentioned traders should start to manage, or at least they move their stop loss or better take out the trade. Okay, now we want to see again. We have the one small correction. We get one up move and reverse. Now we want to see how the deep, how long we will be within this move. Whether this one can continue, because if this one can continue as a corrective, still we can expect one more drop. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it. And even if you refer to our analysis, we mentioned if we get a correction here, we can look for buy. And the another option was having entry above this stop. As you can see, the price haven't tagged yet. Now we want to see whether we can stay with whatever we mentioned in my last analysis or not. Okay, first of all, we start with daily chart. Based on daily chart, we have been looking and we have been mentioning whether we can put this one in relative to this for one move up for the reversal, or still we can expect this one correction for one more drop before we get the reversal. All right, now we want to see how we can trade based on lower time frame. If we move to forward chart, okay, based on forward chart, we don't have any trade set up. The only thing is if this one turn to a bigger correction for buy, then from there we can look for buy at least the price to break this top. And what we mentioned, we can expect this one as a corrective for one more drop. That's why I mentioned if we're getting any buy, we should be aware of this possibility. If it's not moving, we start to manage it. And if we move to 1 hour chart, okay, as we can see, based on 1 hour chart, there is no much changes and compared to our analysis. Now the thing is whether this one can continue as a corrective. If continue as a corrective, we cannot get a really good trade setup, and mostly we can expect the price to drop. And having entry above this is not valid. Okay, that's mean if what we have here is still we can expect this one to be correct. Corrective to similar to any of this. Still we can expect the correction for one move up, and this one still we can trade it, but we consider as a short term trade. Okay, that's mean still we can trade this one for one move up, but if we trade any buy we get, as long as we get into the profit, we consider it as a short term. If it is not moving, we take out the trade, because right now maybe we can put this one as a flat for one move up. Okay, but for me, as I mentioned, if this from whatever we have here, still we can expect one move up, corrective move. Okay, now the thing is, any if it's move like what I mentioned right now, it will be a short term buy, any buy. But the best thing is if this one drop a bit more, then any buy from there we can get it. Okay, but what I want to say that if this one tend to bigger correction, as I explained based on forward chart, can give us better confirmation that the next move can be quite sharp, at least to break this top. All right, but if we get any small move correction, any trade we get is a short-term trade. But right from what we have right now, we don't have any trade set up unless this one tend to a bigger correction. But right now, still we can look this one as a small flat for one move up. And if we get any trade, as long as the price break this top, if it is not moving, we take out the trade. And having entry above this, above here can be option as well. But what we want, for example, if we put here, what we want the price tag break and continue. If the price tag and is not moving within 1 or 2 hours, we take out the trade. But right now we mentioned we have this one and we get this one. The way is moving corrective. And if we put as a flat, still we can expect this one to break this top. And we say mentioned that the easily price can tag and reverse. Okay, now how about if the price tag and reverse, we couldn't take out the trade? That's why I'm thinking maybe put this one a bit higher, around here, around 185, 185, or somewhere between 180 to 185. Why? Because even if the price sharply break this top and reverse, we are not in the trade, because we want the price tag, break, and continue. Okay, then if we want to have entry above this, I think we put a bit higher, between 180 to 185. Okay, this one we can just leave it in for the traders. For me, I prefer to put for 185. But if I see any move from here, then I will see whether I should adjust or not. By the way, we don't have any trade set up here, and any buy for buy and any buy still can be short term, unless we this one change the bigger correction. And also, if you want to look for sell, if the price tag break this top, any reversal, with a flag, we can look for sell. At that time, we can confirm this is not buy setup anymore because we mentioned this one can turn to a correction, a move similar to what we have here because this one is really corrective for one more drop. By the way, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or trade setup that confirm whether buy, I mean the direction whether for buy or sell, then I will share. Thanks.